Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight, of course, at Dragon Trail Seaside for round number 3 of the Sector 1 Sim Racing Season 8 Championship. Division 4 and Division 2 tonight. It is, of course, our Group B proceedings. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box is your Division 4 race director, Gur. How are we doing tonight?
G'day everyone, doing really well. Looking forward to this this race, having raced at the track last week in Div 3, but yeah, Croatia, 5.209 kilometres. It's got ups and downs, 3 hairpins, and the infamous bus stop called the Wall of Death, but known in Sector 1 as the Wall of Chumps. So really looking forward to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And on that note, let's have a look at the track map for tonight's race. It is, of course, as Guru mentioned just then, just over 5 kilometers, 17 corners. And tonight's proceedings is 2 sprint races, 20 minutes each, with 5 times tyres, 3 times fuel, and the racing mediums are the mandatory tyre in tonight's races. So yeah, definitely a recipe for chaos and drama in tonight's race. As we saw in the Group A events, nobody, not even in Div 1, could keep it out of the wall. We even saw defending champion Jaish in the wall. So what does that say for these Div 4 and Div 2 guys? I feel like they're going to come out and show the big guys how it's done. What do you think, Gur?
Yeah, and certainly some really good times. There was a bit of poker playing being had in the early practice, guys running softs and mediums. But from what I saw of the times, I think some of the Group 3 times will be challenged, and it'll be a tight race, and I think across the field.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's have a look at our race strategy for tonight's race. This is how it is predicted to play out. Our drivers can either opt for the no stop on the mediums or the one stop softs to mediums, or I guess you could do it the other way around if you really felt like it. But the no stop or the one stop are the 2 strategy selections for our drivers tonight. Of course, the medium being the mandatory tyre, so that must be used. But we saw a couple of drivers last week take the gamble on the one stop, or in the case of one particular driver, took the no stop on softs, which left them a 1-minute penalty. So the strategy option is there for the drivers. It is close enough to entice a little bit of a gamble, but last week we didn't see too much success with the one stop, did we go?
No, it's definitely the fuel's not so much an issue. Looking after your tyres is, so you've got that. So you do have that grip, especially through some of those corners and the bus stop, and also one part on this track that the Honda doesn't like are the curbs.
Yeah, absolutely. The edges of the curbs, they sort of stick up around here and can throw and toss the car if you catch them wrong. So we saw that catch out a couple of people last week.
Yep, run off the reverse side, you're guaranteed a 90-degree turn.
Which makes things very difficult over the raised curbs at the bus stop with the Wall of Chumps. Lots of trouble last week navigating it, but I have a feeling that these guys will be able to... I haven't seen too many victims so far in the practice session, so I have hopes for the Division 4 race here tonight. Speaking of Division 4, though, let's have a quick look at the point situation in the championship down there. The Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Division 4 standings is, of course, Snake Eyes for Respawn Esports in first place over Boggs IR for Hooncorp Esports. Wartime is in third place for Brocchio 5 Sim Racing, with Heroics last time out at... where were we? Red Bull Ring, of course. Sizzling Sausage for Black Rose takes 4th. Debrev in 5th for CP. We see Keza Johnson, the other Brocchio 5 Sim Racing car, in 6th. Ice Nemesis in 7th. Madrick in 8th. Malevolent 1 9th. Renegade in 10th, Laminator 11th, Spitzy 12th, PD Pops 13th, and Womble 14th. And with that comes a couple of asterisks, as we have a couple of drivers out tonight. So far, we're not seeing Boggs anywhere on track, and we have 3 confirmed scratchings in Spitzy, Nemesis, and who was the other one?
Laminator, I think.
Laminator, that is correct. So we're missing 4 tonight, 10 lined up on the Division 4 grid, but they still give us just as much action, that's for sure, eh?
Absolutely. It'll be a ripper.
So the next question is, what color have you painted the button for tonight's race, Gur?
Green for go.
Green for go.
Green for go.
I don't think we're too far away from Division 4's qualifying. What do you say we smash that big green button and head straight into it, Gur?
All right, we'll get it running. So Div 4, Adelaide, brought to you by Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. We will get qualifying started now.
Here we go. Oh, this is going to be a good 10-minute qualifying session. Last week, it was so close in this division. I think a couple of hundreds separating the entire field. So, or at least the top 10. I think every gap was a couple of hundreds here and there. So these guys, very tight competition, and looking forward to another good qualifying out here tonight. As qualifying is a go in Division 4. As we see the first few drivers making their way out onto the track.
Yeah, we got Sizzling Sausage first on track.
Yeah, which he's in that Harrio dog. Oh no, that's a Black Rose car. Yeah, nice looking car. I quite like that livery. Very simple, but sometimes the liveries don't need to be too complicated to be a very striking livery. And that's definitely with this livery, that's for sure. See Madrick, the second car out on track in the Respawn Esports entry for tonight's race. See Womble for Red Mist Racing, the Red Mist team boss, taking the MSX for a spin in tonight's race. With the Liquid Solutions, no, not the, it's the Trademark sponsoring on the side of that car. You see Keza Johnson for Brocchio 5 Sim Racing, fourth driver out on track. I believe that's just the standard livery for the Brocchio 5 Sim Racing car tonight. Petey Pops in a tribute livery, as it is of course the retro round, so we are seeing a couple of special liveries out on the grid. And yeah, very good livery, I believe done by the Stranger. You would know, wouldn't you, Guru?
Yeah, it's definitely done by the Stranger, a throwback to the cat racing.
Yeah, which that's a bit funny. Well, yeah, you see the sponsoring on it. It's like the cat logo, but he's got dog written there instead of cat.
Yeah, so, dog vibes.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of those liveries from Stranger. They've been cat themed, and he's just put the doghouse twist on it, such as this one. And I believe the community car from last season, it was a Holden livery, and he's taken, no, it was a Red Bull livery, and he's taken the bull and he's put a dog on it, so it became the Red Dog car. Sixth out on track.
Someone, Womble is off. I hope that's, no, he's back on. He's coming back on now. He let the traffic clear. Good thing.
Which we might have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay, see if we can catch that one on there. No, we can't. We just see Womble in the gravel trap at the first turn. So not too sure how he's ended up there, but he is there. But now...
First one through the bus stop.
Makes it through Sizzling Sausage.
It was a bit like a wet dog on tiles, that, but he got through.
Yeah. Madrick, it looked like he was going to hit the wall as well there, but he's managed to make it through. As the first few laps...
This will be a pretty good time, this will be a cracker.
Yeah, let's see what it is as he approaches the start-finish line. Oh my goodness! 30.2! That is an absolute ripping time for Sizzling Sausage! Oh my goodness! That's quicker than a lot of the Div 1 times last week! Holy moly!
And another, just into the 31s for Snake Eyes. He'll show some more there.
Yeah, poor qualifying last time out for Snake Eyes, so he'll be looking for a little bit of retribution in this one. Currently third.
And a great opening lap for Kezra, 31.275.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good lap. 1 second off Sizzling Sausage's absolutely blistering time, but for this division, that's a great lap for Keza. He'll be very happy with that one. So we see Renegade puts his car into 4th position. Provisional, of course, as we are only 1 lap into the qualifying session. A few more laps coming in. Poppers with a non-representative time there. I believe he would have made a mistake somewhere on that lap. Madrick under a lot of pressure from Renegade, and it looks like he's let him through, so that's some good sportsmanship from Madrick to let Renegade through. Of course,
and Sausage is 3/10 up, and he just cleaned the bus stop, so this will be a better time.
oh my
Could
goodness.
we see a 29?
If he sets a 29, oh my goodness. That would if he sets a 29, that's good enough for P5 in Div 1. Dead set. And it looks like he's gonna get it.
Yep. Oh, flat 30 almost.
What a lap
I
from
think there's more
Sizzling
to come here.
Sausage.
There is more to come.
The sausage is absolutely sizzling. What a qualifying session from this bloke on track in the Black Rose car. Never won a race here in Sector 1, so if he gets it tonight, this will be absolutely spectacular. Don't think he's out of pole position either. So currently holding it by 1.2 seconds. Oh, he's in for a ripping weekend.
And Womble's put himself to 7th.
And Brevin to 8th. And we see Wartime with a lap good enough for 5th place at the moment of 31.5. That's a decent lap for the other Brocchio 5 sim racing car. Good showing by the Div 4 Brocchio 5 cars, 2nd and 5th at the moment.
Yeah, a solid starter there for Poppers. About a 31.7, and Snake Eyes was a little bit quicker on his first sector, so we'll just see he's about to punch through the second time in that.
And he is up, Keza.
We'll just clip the wall. Just clipped it.
Is Sizzling Sausage up again? No, he's into the pits on this lap. As Keza Johnson rounds the final corner. He might be up. We'll see what happens as he approaches the start-finish line. 31. No, he's down. Which I think you said he had a little bit of a bump on the wall, didn't you, Guru?
He just scratched the wall, which probably 3 or 4 tenths.
Yeah, he only had a 2/10 advantage over his personal best, so... Madrick to P2, that's a solid lap. Very happy with that. 31 flat. Still a second shy of Sizzling Sausage, but Madrick won't be too afraid of a front row start.
Yep, Renegade's out on fresh softs.
Which Renegade's initial first lap was very, very quick. But as the second and third laps have come through, he's just fallen a little bit in the standings. 6th place at the moment. Poppers sets a lap good enough for P8. I don't believe he's improved in position, but in terms of lap time, he has improved by a couple of tenths over his personal best there.
And we've also got Snake Eyes out on fresh softs as well.
As Poppers has had a bit of a spin at the second turn. So we'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at what's happened there. So we see him come through the first little kink and into the first braking zone, the number 97 doghouse entry. And he's run it wide. No, not really. It's looking for... Oh, he's just lit up the rears and... Yeah, it's just come round on him. So that's a very, very strange incident there. But Peter Pops does continue on. Keza Johnson sets a personal fastest lap to reclaim his front row provisional start. Just 18 thousandths over Madrick at the moment. 1 second away from Sizzling Sausage, however, who I think you say still has some left in the tank. So this will be an absolutely incredible qualifying if Sizzling Sausage can get down to a 29.
This is his first flyer on fresh softs. And I'm just looking at Madrick there. If he had a little bit of a sideways exit out of the last corner, otherwise he would have been in P2.
Wartime improves his lap time. So does the rope.
Got Womble on the side of the track. That's that turn, just past turn 3.
Sizzling Sausage comes over the crest and down towards the hairpin at the bottom of the circuit. Gets him pulled up nicely, clips the apex, and power on exit. Not a hint of a wobble in the rear end of that NSX. And through the bus stop, will he imprint his name onto the Wall of Chumps? Was it ever in doubt? No, it wasn't. as he flies on by. And into the final corner now. I think he's going to be slightly down here, looking at the lap time. But let's see what he sets next lap.
I think Madrick here might be good enough just to scrape into second. No.
Doesn't improve on that lap, Madrick. And one more, yeah, he is parked there, so maybe some technical issues for the Red Mist car there. Not too sure what's going on. But Renegade doesn't improve. He's 8/10 down. This will be the final lap for most of the field. Wartime will get another. Will, who is that? About to approach the finish line. It's, can't find who it is, but they have finished the session. It is Dobrev who will finish.
Yep. Madrick's still going. He's through the S's.
As Keswick Johnson will be the first of these drivers to complete the qualifying session. As he is marginally down, but close enough to still set a quicker lap. Could he go P2? That's the big question for Keza. Flies through, oh, loses the rear end a little bit. That's not going to be great for lap time as he's lost the rear end. Big slide, but he's still pointing in the right direction as he approaches the final braking zone. Gets it turned in.
Oh, Madrick's punched the wall.
Oh dear.
He was on track for second.
As Keswick Johnson approaches the start-finish line, what's it going to be? Will he go quicker? Oh, down by a 10th. And it will be Sizzling Sausage who crosses the line as we see a few more drivers approaching the start-finish line. There's somebody going slow on the inside there. It's Madrick, who is very far down. We see Womble, who's managed to set a lap good enough for P5 at the moment after his car being parked on the side of the track. No, it's still this lap, but he was parked, so...
Yeah, I've got nothing in comms from him, so hopefully he's just having a break.
As we see Malevolent One, who's hit the wall. I'm not too sure how he's done that. But we'll have a quick look at the Liquid Solutions action replay at Madrick, who, as he came through the bus stop, let's see how he's done this. As always, just offline, inside wall to outside wall, and it's so easy to do at the Wall of Chumps there. So we're just waiting for the last of the drivers. No, that's it.
Yep. Copy of these results.
And that's all she wrote for Division 4 qualifying here at Dragon Trail. So we'll just have a look at the results, the provisional results, or the starting grid, I should say, for round 3 of the Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Division 4. We say Sizzling Sausage taking pole position with an absolutely incredible lap, a 130 flat. I mean, somebody needs to have a look at the results from last week and let us know what that would have been in a Division 1 lobby. Because that is an absolutely insane lap from Sizzling Sausage, miles ahead of P2 there, which is Snake Eyes, who set a 30.9, whopping 9.4 tenths away from Sizzling Sausage. Keswick Johnson joins Madrick on the second row of the grid, with Womble and Renegade in the third. Wartime 7th, with Petey Pops in 8th. And then we have Malevolent One and Dobrev in 9th and 10th, respectively. So... yeah, what are your thoughts on that qualifying session, Gura, especially with Sizzling Sausage wonder lap there?
Look, that was a sensational lap. I'm just looking at the times now. Very competitive with Div 4. Snake Eyes 130.9. I think that would have been good for 6th or 7th in Div 3. So very competitive times all the way through. Yeah, and Sausage's time, well, I reckon he's in Div 2 next week.
Yeah. I mean, he's been struggling with the NSX for the first few races of the season, but if this is anything to go by, he's found some mega form, that's for sure.
Yeah, and a few of the drivers have had some bad luck too, on their way in the first couple of rounds. So, yeah, it could be redemption night for a few of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't reckon we keep these drivers waiting any longer. What do you say we get straight into the Division 4 race?
Okay, so for Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, here's Div 4, start buttons pushed.
Here we go. If that qualifying session is anything to go by, I am so excited for this race. Race 1 and Race 2, I should say, as we do have 2 races in this category coming up.
Yep, I think there's 42 points on offer in total. Half points in the first race and
Yeah,
full points in the last.
absolutely. So they're all lined up on the grid and waiting. Light sequence begins. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they are out and racing here at Dragon Trail Seaside. Looks like Sizzling Sausage gets off to a great start with Snake Eyes as well, but I think Keza will slot into P3 there. Snake Eyes looking for a move on Sizzling Sausage into the first turn. Does everybody make it through cleanly? Snake Eyes, a little bit of contact, but he slips on through on Sizzling Sausage into the lead of the race. They're 3 wide on the exit of turn 2. This is spectacular stuff at the moment, but they all seem to be sensible through the first turn. Snake Eyes holds it over. Oh, somebody running right in the background there. I believe it was Womble. But, oh, no, it wasn't Womble. I'm riding on board with Womble.
Yep.
Malevolent One running very wide, but manages to keep it on the black stuff as they head down towards the S's now. Snake Eyes has already got 6/10 over Sizzling Sausage. And over the crest, down towards Mono. Sizzling Sausage.
Test.
Yeah.
Lap 1.
Yeah, this is the hold your breath part of the lap, especially on lap 1. This is where your race could get broken before it's even. Oh, Sizzling Sausage!
Sausage gone wide!
Oh, how's he held on to that? That is absolutely insane car control from Sausage there. How has he managed to hold on to that one? I have no idea. And as they complete lap 1, everybody makes it through nice and smooth. And they'll start the second rotation of what should be 13 for these guys. As we'll have a quick look on the Liquid Solutions action replay. And Sizzling Sausage's absolute, well, it was just so close. I don't know how he held on to it here. So we'll go to the onboard view. And it looks like he just suffered with the dirty air. Oh, that curb through the rear end of the car. And he very nearly managed to hold on to it. So lucky for him. So they continue on now. Lap 2, down towards Momo. And the gap is 2/10. Will Sizzling Sausage look for a move to the inside? No, he doesn't. Just holds firm at the moment. Sizzling Sausage already pressuring Snake Eyes for that move. We see most single file action for the most part in Division 4 at the moment. As we see a lot of scrapping and fighting with the back 3 here, with Malevolent One scraping the wall there. They all make it through. Oh! Barely! Malevolent One almost falters at the chicane.
Move on Poppers there from Renegade. Poppers just scraped the wall and just lost those few tenths. But that said, there's only about 4.5 seconds back to 7th from the lead, so very tight laps.
Yeah, very, very clean stuff for Division 4 so far. A lot of scrubbing of the front tyres there. Lots of oh! Sizzling Sausage is gone!
Sausage is out.
Oh dear! The pole sitter. Oh, into the wall. That is disaster for Black Rose Racing. As he drops to last place on lap 3 and he's stuck in the wall. He can't get it out. Oh dear.
Carrying a bit of damage to the front. It'll take a bit to undo. That's a shame. I think he just got caught on that curb. I didn't see the exact cause of it.
Liquid Solutions action replay. And yeah, just ran it wide unnecessarily and got it caught up on that curb. That is absolute disaster. But that means Snake Eyes has a bit of breathing room. 1.6 seconds to the good over Keswick Johnson. And Womble has managed to get the move done. So has Renegade on Madrick. And Womble and Renegade are sitting P3rd and 4th.
You might have a run here into the last corner.
This is for the final spot on the podium in race number 1 here. As Renegade fires it down the inside, a little bit of contact. But Womble keeps him honest and sweeps it around the outside. That's great defense by Womble to hold on to the position.
And a bit of racing room given by both, so it's great to see.
As Madrick's getting involved here as well.
Yeah.
Renegade with eyes forward, needs to turn his attention behind. Will Madrick sweep around the outside? Oh, as there might have been a little bit of contact there, but Womble's run wide and he's off the track. As we see Madrick slide up into P4 and Renegade into P3.
Yeah, Womble was just a little bit deep there, and we've got Poppers sitting behind. Excuse me. Sorry, we've got Poppers sitting behind these three. Gap's down to 1.5 seconds now.
Yeah, licking his lips. This is a lot of action going on within these for the final spot on the podium. And yeah, I mean, Poppers, if these guys keep at it, he could be looking at a podium in a couple of laps' time. As we'll just have a look at the Liquid Solutions action replay at what happened to Womble there. So riding on board, yeah, he just ran wide, no contact there or anything. And we see the Hooncorp and Respawn Esports car fly on through. Snake Eyes with a monumental lead at the moment, 2 seconds to the good after 4 laps. Keswick Johnson not giving up the fight just yet though. He wants this race win, and sitting P2 at the moment. There's a long way to go, and I think he might get there. Hopefully we have a bit of a race for the lead.
Well, we got 2 seconds between 3rd and 6th, and Poppers has taken about 0.7 out of that gap.
We're about to have a 4-way battle here as Womble runs wide again. So does Poppers. Gets stuck up on the curb, but manages to keep going. And Poppers, he still managed to get a decent run despite getting stuck on the curb there. So good stuff for Poppers. Keep it pointing in the right direction. Under a second to Womble now as well.
And Sizzling Sausage in his comeback, he's just set the fastest lap.
Yeah, he's still 6 seconds behind, but that will bid him an extra point here, so he'll be happy with that.
And really important for these guys, because finishing order in this first race, the guys had a bit of bad luck. If they can get a few positions up, that's the starting order for the second race.
Yeah, absolutely. As Keswick Johnson's still holding that gap to Snake Eyes at about 2 seconds at the moment. And we're 5 laps in, so what do you say we get into a tyre and fuel update there, Gareth?
Yeah, no worries. For APR Automotive, I think.
Yep.
Okay, we've got Snake Eyes on medium and minimal wear on the front, a little bit more on the back. I'd say down about sort of 10%. Keswick Johnson, almost an identical picture, also on mediums. Fuel, they're both sitting around the 3/4 of a tank. Renegade, very similar fuel, very similar tyres. I'd say that at this point it's hard to tell what difference individual brake biases are making. But, we've got Madrick, a little bit more wear on the rears, suggesting we might be running a neutral for a rear brake bias, but still very similar fuel and plenty of tyre left for the race. Womble, same as Madrick, and just a touch more fuel used. Level at 1, heavier wear on the left-hand side, on the front and the rear. So you'll need to watch that a little bit getting into the last laps. Fuel's the same. Wartime on mediums as well. Very similar tyre wear to the front runners. Same with Poppers, actually maybe a little bit better than most, but he's used a bit more fuel.
Oh, Poppers has made a mistake somewhere. He's down in 8th now.
8th place, yeah. So Wartime's managed to get in front of him. What have we got? We got Debrev sitting really good tyre position, same on fuel. also everyone's running mediums, and Sausage, he's got a little bit more wear on the back, but he is pushing really hard, as you can see from his lap times. He just did a 30.8 at in racing setup.
Is he on mediums?
He's on mediums.
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. That is incredible pace.
He's coming for them, and he's ripped about 4 or 5 seconds out of his deficit. And we're in lap 7, so we're just at that halfway mark for 13 laps.
Yeah, as you can see, the timer down the bottom corner are about to pass the halfway mark here. Thank you, Guru, for that APR tyre and fuel update.
Tell you what, great drive here from Keza holding this gap to Snake Eyes. He's actually gained a bit. It's down to 1.6.
Yeah,
he's driving very cleanly.
Very,
I
very
don't
good.
put the mockers on him, but he's driving cleanly. And they've opened the gap to about 3.5 seconds out from Renegade.
Very, very good driving from these two. 1.6 seconds the gap currently. Could Keza potentially close up that gap and look for a move in the later parts of this race? There is still a long way to go, 10 minutes left in this one. But anything can happen. I mean, the Wall of Chumps is sitting right there. Could either of these guys imprint their name on the wall? So it's left to be answered.
Well, Keza's tyres just over the last lap since I started that, they're marginally better than Snake Eyes. He's used a little bit more fuel to keep that gap. He's actually reduced it again by a couple of tenths. So yeah, he's well positioned. If Snake Eyes has a bit of a bobble, he's very well positioned.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, fuel shouldn't be an issue, but if you can burn a bit more fuel at the start, it means you'll have a lighter car for the end. So it's in these guys' best interest to burn as much fuel as possible. I mean, not great for the environment, but we are in the sim world, so all is well.
And I missed that, and Poppers got past wartime. They were very close through turn 3.
See if we can catch that on the Liquid Solutions action replay. No, we can't. He got him in a straight line, so good move for Poppers. These guys continuing on. Keswick Johnson closed up that gap to 1.3 seconds. About to be in the strike zone of Snake Eyes in just a few laps' time. He is a man on a charge in that Brock 5 sim racing car, that's for sure. I thought maybe a little bit of a wobble from Snake Eyes there, coming through the bus stop, but I think he's okay. It seems like he got a good exit compared to Keza.
Oh, Sausage, he's just bumped the wall. He was closing up the back of Debrev. It's cost him a couple of seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. You're pushing like Sausage at the moment.
And Maverick up the inside of Renegade.
He gets it done. Great move from Maverick. We'll see if we can catch that on the replay in a couple of seconds, but for now, is Renegade looking for a move, returning to sender? No, he has to hold off for now. We'll have a look at the replay. So they came to the first turn. And yeah, textbook move. Maverick just fires it down the inside of the Hooncourt car, gets it pulled up under brakes, parks it on the apex, and yeah, not much that Renegade can do about that. Great stuff from the respawn car, as these guys still very, very close on track with just 2-3 tenths separating these two. I don't think this is all the story wrote between these two. The podium's still up for grabs. Through the bus stop, a 9th time successful for these guys. There's a little bit of a gap opened up there. Renegade not as confident through there as Maverick on that lap. Maybe a result of the dirty air as they fly through the final corner and down towards the start-finish line. And across the line to start the 10th lap. Not long left in this one. 14 minutes gone by and just 6 minutes left. Should be enough for another 4 laps. as Kez has made a little bit of a mistake here as well. Snake Eyes opens up that gap to 2.4 seconds over Keza, so...
Yeah, just the smallest bit of understeer under brakes into in between turn 2 and 3.
As Maverick and Renegade is still close enough to warrant some camera time, but 6/10, 5/10 at the moment. Over the crest and down towards Momo goes Maverick and Renegade under brakes. Gaining a lot of time on the exit there does Renegade, and he has the run on Maverick. Not going to be able to put a move on through the bus stop. I don't think he would want to, even if he could, but a little bit of a tap on the wall from Maverick, and that leaves him under pressure from Renegade. Will Renegade be close enough to pin the move into Red Bull? Under brakes, Maverick tries to hold around the outside, but Renegade flies on through and gets the move done. But it's not over yet, as Maverick will have a monumental run down towards the first turn. Renegade choosing his line very, very early, going to send Maverick to the outside. No, he holds the outside line. Oh, Maverick thinks twice of it, runs a little bit deep there. And they continue on. Renegade holds onto his podium for now.
And something we missed in the background, we had Sizzling Sausage sitting in 8th place, less than 2 seconds behind Poppers. So, but he's just dropped back now to 9th. And what's that, 19? He's lost about an extra 3 seconds out of that. So he's had a bobble, I'd say, somewhere down in that bus stop area.
And Wartime's into the pits as well, putting on the soft tyre, so potentially going for the fastest lap, which currently stands at a 30.8 by Sizzling Sausage. I reckon Wartime could get it if he really gets a good lap in here.
And we've got a move coming up, I think, with Sizzling Sausage and Debrev. 3/10 between them, coming down into the bus stop area.
Any position that Sizzling Sausage gains now will help him out massively in race number 2.
Yeah, he's underwriting his race 2 result where he finishes here.
I think it's only the top 7 that get points. So Sizzling Sausage will need to make up at least 2 more moves if he wants to salvage a point out of this race from finishing position.
And they're both caught Poppers, so he could finish 7th here.
Yeah, fires it down the inside there, Sausage. Gets the move done on Debrev, and he's just outside a slipstream of Poppers. So Debrev could be looking to pin another move on Sizzling Sausage into the first turn. Holds in behind though, so Sizzling Sausage will be on the hunt in these final 2 laps for Petey Pops. As the gap between Renegade and Maverick is opened up to 1.3 seconds. So Maverick on the podium for a single lap, but he's dropped to 4th and he's got a massive gap back to Womble. So for now, it looks like for the most part, the only way that this top 10 could change for race number 2 is if Sizzling Sausage manages to catch up to Petey Pops with 1.5 laps left.
And with the front 2, the gap's out to about 3.5 seconds. And just watching their driving, lifting off through the chicane, their tyres are down to about 50%, so they're taking it easy now with the lap and a bit to go. Just cementing their spot. Great consistency.
Speaking of consistency, Sizzling Sausage through the second sector split, still within 8/10 of his purple lap time. So very, very quick and consistent laps from Sizzling Sausage, even late on in the stint. Through the final corner, Red Bull onto the main straight. He's within a second, so this slipstream may be useful with Sizzling Sausage's bid to get a second point for this race, barring any late... well, let's see what Wartime does as he rounds the final corner. He could be here to steal a point away from Sizzling Sausage on the soft tyre. As he gets close, he might actually steal it. Oh, he's 500ths away from that elusive fastest lap, but he's going to have one more crack at it. Sizzling Sausage right up underneath Petey Pops' rear wing now. He could see him move for 7th place.
Yeah, and when I mentioned consistency before, if you look at Snake Eyes, all low to mid 32s with a 31 thrown in, and Keza doing a sensational job, all pretty much low to mid 32s.
Yeah.
And he had a 31 on lap 5.
Very, very rapid pace from these front runners, that's for sure. As we have a look back down to Sizzling Sausage and Petey Pops, as the gap's opened up a little bit. Oh, Snake Eyes has crossed the line to win race number 1. Oh. So does Keza.
P2 took the wall through there.
Renegade takes P3, Madrick 4th, and it will be Womble. We see Sizzling Sausage and Poppers, it's 4/10 between them, but Womble will come home 5th. It'll be Petey Pops. Oh! Malevolent One's gone. As Petey Pops 6th.
He nailed the bus stop.
Sausage 7th. Debrev will take 8th. And so Malevolent One has dropped points on the final lap. Disaster for the Deeds. And Wartime will come home in P10, but does he set the fastest lap? No, he's down. He's had a crash somewhere. So we'll come very, very close to that fastest lap from Sizzling Sausage, but no chicken dinner for Wartime in race number 1. Oh, it's Malevolent One. Has had a penalty, I believe. We'll have a look on the results in a moment's time. Yeah, Malevolent One had a penalty, so he must have run the softs.
Yep, that could be the only reason.
As we'll have a look at the provisional race results for race number 1 here in Division 4. So Snake Eyes takes the race win with a total time of 20 minutes 5 seconds. Keswick Johnson comes home in 2nd. To join him along the front row of the grid for race number 2. Renegade completes the sprint podium. Madrick in 4th. Womble takes 5th and Petey Pop 6th. Sizzling Sausage manages to salvage a point for his 7th place with the mishap of a Malevolent One there, but he'll come home in 7th, salvage a point and also a point for fastest lap. Debrev will take P8. And then we have Wartime in 9th with Malevolent One 10th with a 1-minute penalty. So Malevolent One has he's only dropped 1 position there after his mishap at the chicane, but he must have run softs the entire way without realizing that the mediums were mandatory. So definitely a an interesting race strategy for Malevolent One. I'm sure the guys down at Deeds will... Brent will be having a word with the... well, it's not necessarily... I can't even say it's the fuel men anymore, because it's technically the tyre guys over at Deeds this time.
They might be drinking with the fuel men.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll go for a quick 5-minute intermission, and when we are back, we will be ready for race number 2 here in Division 4. So we should have the grid ready in a moment's time. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. And after Division 4, we have Division 2. So lots of action left to come, so don't go anywhere. Lenosis and Gur will be right back. Hello everyone, we are back for race number 2 here at Dragon Trail Seaside for the Adelaide Ceramic Coatings Division 4. I think we're all ready to go, so as soon as Gur over here clicks the big green button, we should be ready to go.
Okay, Div 4, race 2, 20 minutes for Adelaide Ceramic Coatings. We're given the starters instructions.
Here we go. Race 1 was anything to go by.
This
We
will be
had a lot of action.
ripper.
Yeah. Here we go. Revs rising. All the drivers are on track. Light sequence begins. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. They are out and racing here at Dragon Trail Seaside. And Keza gets off to a good start this time. Snake Eyes under a lot of pressure. And he might lose the position here to Keza. As they're 4 wide in the background. Oh, somebody over the curve and they're all lost at this. Oh, people everywhere. Oh, dear. As that's not gone well. There is a lot of cars everywhere. Oh, there's 3 cars gone. 4 cars, I think. Yeah. Oh, dear.
I think that's a red flag.
All right, the call's been made. It is a red flag here at Dragon Trail Seaside. So that means the current session will be restarted. So lots of drivers out at starting proceedings, and it's been called here. That was a messy
Just to
start.
give everyone that chance. So there are definitely 4 cars, yeah.
Very, very messy start. Lots of, I think somebody got pushed up onto the curb. I believe it was Womble. And then, because he was forced onto the curb, it spun the car out. And then, I think it was, somebody got pushed out over the curb. And then Womble ended up sideways. So, red flag has been called. The session will be restarted. Lucky thing is that because we have set by host, it means that once everybody ticks in, we shouldn't have to do any further work, eh? We should just be able to start the race.
I'm just checking the grid.
Yeah.
No, I have to redo it, but that won't take long.
I don't think so. It should be fine. Looks like it's fine for me. State guys, Kez and Madrick. Oh, no, maybe not. Oh, no, we're just waiting for the others to ready up. Yeah, and it should be fine.
To tick in, yeah.
Because it's... Oh, Speedy Pops has left. Uh-oh. But while we have the chance, let's just say hello to everybody in the chat. We have Robert Rice, George Cook, Snake Eyes, Karen Unleashed, Leving Spiel, Shizer, Blind Man, Budsy, Brocky's in chat. We see Bum Crack, lots of TOs in chat tonight. BVL Madad Hatter. So, Prospector, that's Dadson in chat. We see Wrestler. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody in the chat. So, yeah, Wakey got a 130.2 in qualifying last week. So, Popper's game is frozen. So, that's not great.
Well, give him a couple.
Which he was definitely driving. So, I think it's just when he's exited out, his game is frozen. So, hopefully that's not a net issue. So, when he joins back, should be able to go straight back into it with no issues. Driver of the day, Popper, says Petey Pops. So yeah, lots of action in race number 2. That one wasn't as clean as the first race, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
We've got him initializing now.
Yep.
Yep.
As he has joined, and as soon as he ticks in, we can, once he gets, he's been put.
I can set that grid. Okay, yep. He's in.
Which he was 6th, I believe, in race number 1.
Certainly was. So I will fix that spot up.
It'll be one more opportunity for drivers to check their tyres before jumping into the race.
I'll just send a message that we're starting, and I will hit that button.
Hopefully, the second attempt at this will go better than the first. But yeah, already a lot of action at the start of Division 4.
Yeah, there's a lot of stake in this second race, so it's good to have all the drivers on an even footing now.
Yeah, absolutely. The grid has been reset. We've had one red flag, but we're ready to go here. The light sequence begins. 4 lights, 5 lights. Is it a better start this time? They're off the line and away they go. Snake Eyes with a better start. Keza with not a great start off the line this time. He will not be happy with that, as they are 3 wide once again through the Castrol curve and into the first turn. Do they keep it clean this time? Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, they're 3-4 wide in the background. Oh, somebody's been turned, and it is Womble, I believe. Womble out at the first turn, but they continue on. Snake Eyes coming into turn 4 now, and he still has the edge over Keza. And Renegade holds on to his podium with Sizzling Sausage up a whopping 3 spots in the opening few corners. So very, very good start for Sizzling Sausage, and he is right back into the mix here and could be going for the race win in race number 2. That's where it matters. And he's right here in the mix, 3 seconds to the good. As they head down towards Momo for the first time of race number 2, the 14th time overall, and into the bus stop chicane, the Wall of Chumps. Will anybody imprint their name on it this time round? We see them all through cleanly for the most part. Oh, big moment for Pete. No, that was Wartime, who almost lost it there. But he's managed to hold on to it, and he's under a lot of pressure from the Brocchio 5 car. No, that's not Wartime. It was Madrick that almost lost it, sorry. Wartime is in the Brocchio 5 car. And Madrick does lose that position to Wartime, but Madrick has the slipstream on the outside, which then becomes the inside here. And he will be able to... No! He breaks very late there, Wartime, and he will have to... Oh, Wartime's gone! Oh dear! Into the grass, keeps it out of the wall. That is magnificent car control for Wartime to keep it out of the wall there. Very good stuff for Wartime. He's lost a few positions, but he manages to hold on to the car and keep it in one piece, which the boys down at the Brocky 05 Sim Racing Garage will be very happy about. So it started with him being a little bit too eager on the brakes, try and get past Madrick, and they got stuck up on the curb, lost the rear end, full opposite lock, and he's kept it out of the wall. Very, very lucky there for the Brocchio 5 car.
Renegade is right on Kez's bumper.
Absolutely. As, yeah, Snake Eyes has already got 2 seconds to the good here.
Kez had a slightly better run there. Swerve 3/10 to him.
2.5 seconds to Snake Eyes at the moment. He knows that he's got to get on his bike this time. And he sees Sizzling Sausage, who's lapping 1 to 1.5 seconds quicker a lap than everybody else in this field. 132.2 is not going to be quick enough, as Sizzling Sausage is lapping 0.6 quicker on that lap alone. He does have a bit of traffic to navigate though, as Renegade is a second down the road and Kessie Johnson just in front of him. But if I was Snake Eyes, I would not be too comfortable with a gap like that to Sizzling Sausage. After all the carnage at the race start, Dobrev has made up 4 positions at the race, or 3-4 positions at the start. I believe he started 8th. So yeah, up to P5, and he has a train of cars behind him. Dobrev, he knows how to steer, so he should be able to keep these guys behind, or delay the inevitable if they are lapping quicker for a pass. But Dobrev had a very quiet first race, so looking to get a good points result in race number 2 here at Dragon Trail.
bit of a train happening from position 5 back. Something happened with Poppers in that. I didn't get to see it, but he's dropped back to 10th.
Oh,
but he's back up on the tail of the group.
Yeah, it's not all bad news for Poppers, but yeah, maybe the Wall of Chumps claiming a victim or just spinning somewhere else on track, but Poppers for now. Oh, that's Wombler. No, oh, that's the Deeds car in the wall. Oh dear. Huge drama as Malevolent One has gone round Petey Pops with, I would imagine, huge damage on the front of that Doghouse NSX. Oh dear, that was a huge collision. Not much Petey Pops could do there, but Malevolent One had lost it through the bus stop, and oh, he's been turned round by Poppers. As we'll have a look on the action replay from the point of view of Malevolent One.
Oh, sausages. Oh no, Renegade, sorry, into the wall on turn 3.
Inside, outside, edge for Malevolent One, and then turned around by Poppers. Not the start to the race that he would have wanted. So Renegade into the wall. Down to 10th now.
Yep, on turn 3.
Oh, just losing the rear and coming round. As Sizzling Sausage, one less car in his path to Snake Eyes. With very, very good pace at the moment. Matching Snake Eyes on that last lap and showing very, very good pace in this on this lap, similar to that of his first flying lap in this race at 31.6. He's pretty much dead even through that last sector split, so let's see what he can do as he comes up to Red Bull, the final corner on this circuit. Gets it turned in on the power. What lap time is he able to set? Less dirty air this time round as well. He is down by 10th or so, but Snake Eyes has set the quickest lap, so he's starting to get on his bike and peel away from the pack behind. Madrick up to 4th now as well, as he was fighting Wartime just before, but Wartime fighting Debrev at the moment. So Debrev unable to keep Wartime behind, Madrick behind. But Rockio 5 car just sitting in, tucked in behind Matt, potentially under a little bit of pressure from Womble here as well, who is making a bit of a recovery drive, and P7 at the moment for Womble. Not too far out of things.
And Snake Eyes has certainly got his joggers on. When you look at, compare his times to Sizzling Sausage, they're almost identical, all in the mid to high 31s.
Yeah. This
looks like you're looking in a mirror with those times.
Yeah, this is exactly what you said before the race, Go, that it would be these two up the top, and we're starting to see it culminate now in race number 2. We're approaching the halfway mark here. So yeah, about a third of the way in. And Snake Eyes with a 3-second lead over Sizzling Sausage, with Keza in the path as well. Keza potentially throwing a spanner in the works here as well. Could Keza potentially get involved here, keep Sizzling Sausage behind, trying to hold on to his P2?
Yeah, he's certainly going to fight for it. This is one of his best drives since he's joined Sector 1 for Keza. It's great driving.
Yeah, Keza, the oldest driver on the grid, as Womble's pit. Womble's on the soft tyre. Oh dear.
Yeah, he went out on softs. Yeah.
Reach lap 6 now. I reckon we jump into a tyre and fuel update. What do you reckon, Gert?
Well, Womble's just stolen the limelight because I was going to say everyone's on mediums. And for APR Automotive, their fuel was the same, except for Womble. He was on softs. So whether it was a strategy, not sure, but he did start from P5, so maybe he's looking for softs for initial advantage.
Yeah. So what's the tyres looking like with Snake Eyes, Keza, Sizzling Sausage? What's the situation up the top?
Snake Eyes and Sizzling Sausage identical. Keza, like the first race, is a little bit better. Madrick, Debrev, Wartime. Yeah, it's just looking at this. Looks like looking at the same photo. They're all very, very similar. Renegade is in line with Keza. Those two would have the best tyres. But everyone is on mediums now.
Thanks, good. So that's the APR tyre and fuel update for the final time here in Division 4. Snake Eyes, he's definitely opened up the tank at the moment, and Sizzling Sausage, he's got past Keza here.
And Poppers has had another moment in the wall, so Renegade's just managed to squeeze past.
So Womble's picked up a 3-second penalty for a pit lane infringement. We'll be serving that now, but yeah, Poppers in P9. Sizzling Sausage already on a charge, goes purple through the first sector. Madrick sets the fastest lap of the race on that last lap as well. Very, very interesting. So we have 4 drivers here who are lapping very, very quick. Maverick in a bit of no man's land here though. He's got 8 seconds to the front 3 and 5 seconds to Brent behind, but I think he'll be very, very happy with a P4 after a race like today. Sizzling Sausage down on his personal quickest lap through the second sector split, but he is closing up on Snake Eyes. Lap 7 now. Oh, a little bit of a wobble from Sizzling Sausage. Into the braking zone of Red Bull.
Around about 6/10 that lap, and a similar gap pulled on Keza on Sausage. So he's on a mission.
Absolutely. Can he get it done? That's the big question. Brev at the moment, he's got a second to wartime behind, and he's just set his quickest lap of the race of a 32.8. It's not quite the blistering pace that we're seeing of the front 3, but definitely a solid pace that, if barring any mistake, this is good enough for a P5 if the Brev can just hold on to his position here.
Yeah, wartime certainly trying. 6/10.
Which wartime as well on that last lap was his personal quickest lap. 4/10 difference though, so to Brev, a little bit slower than wartime, but with some good defense, he should be able to keep in front. 11.1 P7 over Renegade, 3 seconds to gap there, with Petey Pops just behind, almost within slipstream range of Renegade.
And Sizzling Sausage had a slide through the bus stop and lost about 7/10.
He's running out of time here. We've only got 8 minutes racing left. That's 5 laps, I think. No, 4 laps.
Yep.
No, yeah, 5 laps, yeah. Quick math. But yeah, 5 laps left. Yeah. Sizzling Sausage, he's going to be needing to lap at least 6/10 a lap quicker than Snake Eyes if he wants to get it done, barring any mistake from these two guys.
Yeah, and the thing that stands out for me, when you're looking at these 31 lap times consistently, they're doing it on mediums.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's very, very good driving on this track.
Yeah, good pace from these guys, that's for sure. So Madrick finds himself further into no man's land here. He is catching Keza. 7.4 seconds to Keza ahead, but also 6.5 behind to Dobrev. So Dobrev still keeping wartime behind those. So, oh, a slide from Sausage. Oh, he's into the wall.
Oh,
that's massive. Oh dear, that is disaster for Sizzling Sausage. As we'll have a look on the replay at what happened there for Sizzling Sausage. Right on board with him. And, oh, just the curb. Lost the rear end. And then overcorrect, and into the wall. So unfortunate for Sausage there. That means Snake Eyes has a 6-second lead over Keswick Johnson at the moment. So the Brocchio 5 sim racing car looking for another podium in this field, but from the different car this time.
And just watching Snake Eyes drive, he's very consistent with his braking points and shift points. So I think he's going to do the right thing and manage that 6-second lead. No risks.
Yeah, he's put in the hard yak
Very,
this season.
very solid job. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Keswick Johnson, he might still be under threat for that P2 because Sizzling Sausage, there's 3.5 laps left, but he is very, very quick. Can he chase down 4.5 seconds? That's the big question.
Yeah, Kez is lapping mid-32s, so there's potentially enough there to hold Sizzling Sausage off, which would be a great result for the night racing crew.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the Brocchio 5 team.
2 P2s, I think Kez will be very happy with that if he can get that finished. And I believe it was a P3 in qualifying, so all-round great weekend for
And I think
Johnson.
This might be his first ever podium.
I believe he had a P3 last season. Surely, we need a fact check in the comments if anybody who has a better memory than us can just have a look there and let us know what is the situation there, whether it is Keswick Johnson's first podium or not.
And it's heating up between P7, P8, Renegade and Malevolence. Just 3 tenths, 4 tenths between them.
As Poppers, we see him down in P9. He has a big gap either side to Womble behind 10 seconds and Malevolent one up just ahead, 7.4 seconds. So a bit of no man's land for Petey Pops. Not too happy. Wouldn't be too happy with that, especially after what could have been in this race. Just a couple of mistakes. It sees him way down the order.
And that chicane, it really plays a big role in this race. If you get it right, you can easily get 4 to 5 tenths advantage through there every lap, and by the person that's just lifting off a bit to be conservative. So it's risk reward, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Sizzling Sausage, 3.5 seconds to Keswick Johnson, so he is not really catching quick enough, but I mean, one small mistake from Keza into the wall, maybe, at the Wall of Chumps, and I mean, it's game on for Sizzling Sausage.
Yeah, Sizzling has used his rears and left-hand front wall, which you could expect trying to play catch-up. So Kez has definitely got a tyre advantage.
Brev, he's put in a couple of good laps, and he's dropped war time just a little bit here, so 3-second gap between those guys. Renegade, no real threat to war time as it stands, 7 seconds away. But yeah, Dobrev driving a very good race.
Yep, solid points there, and something's happened between P7 and P8 because that 4 tenths has gone to 2.5 seconds.
Maybe a mistake from Malevolent 1. See him down the order a little bit. With 1 lap left to go, 7.2 seconds has Snake Eyes over Keswick Johnson. So I would imagine that he should run away with this one. For some reason, I have lost my game audio. Are you there, Graham?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, I've lost my game audio. Uh-oh! But we can continue on for now. So Snake Eyes, he's leading the way. 1 lap to go, 7.7 seconds to the good. Keswick Johnson there in second place. Over Sizzling Sausage, 3.4 seconds. That gap hasn't really changed over the last lap or so. Got it back now, so I can actually hear what's going on. I thought my game crashed because it made that weird noise, which I wasn't too happy about. Madrick, brilliant race for him so far. 4th place, bit of a quiet one for him, but he'll be very, very happy with a P4. Yeah, I mean, he's P3 in the championship at the moment, I do believe. So, no, he's down in 8th at the moment. So 4th place is a mega for Madrick. And he does have the fastest lap as well of this race, of 31.3. Very, very quick lap. As we look up to Snake Eyes as he rounds Red Bull for the final time here at Dragon Trail Seaside. Stamps on the throttle and will continue the run down the line. It's a clean sweep, 3 for 3 for Snake Eyes this season. And he takes the checkered flag, P1 for the Respawn driver. Keza Johnson for Brocco 5 Sim Racing will take the checkered flag in P2. He'll be very happy with that. Sizzling Sausage takes 3rd. Great recovery drive after being in the wall. And Madrick comes home P4. He'll be chuffed with that. The other Respawn driver, Dobrev, after P8 in the first race, struggling at the back, he will come home to take P5 for CP. Brilliant drive for Dobrev. Wartime in 6th. And it will be Renegade who takes P7. Malevolent 1, has he run out of fuel or is he spun? He must have spun at the final corner.
I think he's had a bit of mischief in the last corner.
It's okay, he's got a lot in hand over Womble there, so we'll take P8. And speaking of Womble, here he is. He approaches the start-finish line past our commentary box window and takes a nice P9. Petey Pops, not been a great day for him. And he will round the final corner and barrel down towards the start-finish line to take P10, which, with a couple of absences, still gives you a decent points haul for P10, but yeah, last on the road, he won't be too happy with that one. So that's all she wrote for Div 4 in tonight's race. As we'll have a look at the official results. So, Snake Eyes takes P1, not the fastest lap, but just takes P1, so we get a nice 30 points there. Keza Johnson takes P2. Sizzling Sausage completes the podium. Brilliant recovery drive for him. Madrick in 4th. Dobrev 5th. Wartime 6th. Renegade 7th. Malevolent 1 8th. And then we have Womble and Petey Pops. The final 2 in the race results for tonight. So the next important question, whom is your driver of the day there, Gur?
Yeah, look, there were quite a few good performances up and down the field. A few guys had some bad luck. For me, I'll just run through my choices, and I'll tell you who I land on. But Snake Eyes, great race management and very consistent speed, and I think while Sizzling Sausage had that blistering pace, even if he got up there, I think Snake Eyes, his race management would have held it, still would have won the day. For me, driver of the day, Keza. Great performance, very consistent lap times, and dry track, 2 sprint races. I reckon he's done a sensational job.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to give my drive of the day to... Oh, well, there's just so many options that you could give it to, because you had Snake Eyes, who just drove absolutely perfect. Keza Johnson, who I think he's equaled his best drive ever, which we did have confirmation in the chat. Big Willow last season, he came 2nd in the first race, so did well there. So equaling his best finish in Sector 1. Renegade as well. No, he finished down in 7th. I'm not thinking of Renegade. I'm thinking of Dobrev, who had a ripper of a race. Didn't have much pace in the first one, but came back in the second one and came home with a P5. And Madrick there as well. Brilliant result in P4. Oh, I think it's got to go to Keza, though. He just drove brilliantly, had awesome pace, and yeah, just not much more can be said. We see a couple more driver of the day nominations coming into the chat now. We have Keza driver of the day, Keza's driver of the day, driver of the day Keza. Yeah, looks like it's pretty unanimous that Keza driver of the day in this one. What do you reckon, Go?
Yeah, no, I agree. I reckon it was a great drive, and certainly across the podium, they should be very happy with what they did, even though Sizzling Sausage did have a bit of bad luck. It was the other two that kept it together and did really well.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's all for Guru tonight. Thank you for race directing Division 4 here tonight at Dragon Trail, Guru.
Thank you. It's good to be back. A little bit rusty, but no, great to be back.
All seems seamless from my end. You did a good job tonight. And as everybody knows, we wouldn't be able to do this without the race directors. So thank you once again. And we'll see you next time you are here. But as for now, we will be going for a quick intermission where we will just get everything set up for Division 2. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and Division 2 will be coming right up. And we'll speak to our race director for Division 2 shortly. But yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel just to make sure that we get boosted and we get more people to see the awesome stuff that's happening on track. So yeah, don't go anywhere. We'll just go for a quick intermission and we'll be right back. Bye, guys. Okay, we are back and ready for Division 2 here at Dragon Trail Seaside. My name, once again, is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box is, of course, your Division 2 race director, Carbon Boy. How are we doing tonight, Carbon Boy?
Hello, everybody. I am doing surprisingly well, actually.
Yeah. Nice and relaxed after your Thailand holiday?
Relaxed is one word, yes. Got in this morning, and it's been quite a hectic day on minimal sleep. So forgive me if I'm not at 100% energy and enthusiasm levels tonight, but I shall be doing my very best.
We love to see it. Love to have you back here in the comms box. You'll be very, very... You'll find it very, very strange with the big red buttons at the moment because it's got about 30 layers of paint on it. So you're going to be scraping away for a little bit. It's more like not even a button. It's sort of just a lump of paint, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'm quite happy to keep adding layers of orange paint until people get the message.
Anyways, let's have a look at the point situation in the Division 2 standings, as there is a lot of change that's happened since the last race we had. So, as some of you may or may not know, the Division 2 Championship leader, SpeedySnoopy, has gone up to Division 1 and he's racing there now. So that means that everybody has been shuffled up one place, and the new championship leader for Division 2 at the moment is Eva Levo for Doghouse Motorsport. The Lunacy is in second place with Stickers third, Tim Durags in fourth, Race Fan fifth, Dadson sixth, Blind Man seventh, Old Wakey eighth, Maverick in ninth, otherwise known as Cruisin', Bumcrack 10th, Black Friday 11th, Karen Unleashed 12th, Ozpat Star 13th, and as we're still finding a Division 2 driver to fill that gap, there is only 13 in the field, so yeah, I'm not too sure how much of the Division 2 action you saw away on your holiday, Carbon Boy, but what do you think of the current championship order?
I think it's fantastic, actually. So many drivers within such a narrow points margin. I mean, even this early on in the season, it's going to make for some great racing because it's every man for themselves, and every point is absolutely vital at this stage. So
Yeah.
whether that translates into, how do I phrase this? I hope it translates into clean, hard racing. But whether it does or not shall remain to be seen.
Yeah, absolutely. This Div 2 field, they usually tend to be pretty clean, and maybe a few big ones each race, but for the most part, they tend to do the job very clean and well done. But as you can see from those points margins, they're even on points at the top. Eva Levo, they're based on a highest position. Yeah, and then Stickers and Tim Durags, they're like 4 or 5 points behind. So there's really not a large gap anywhere in this field. So yeah, it's hopefully, as you said, that translates to on-track action. And with SpeedySnoopy, who absolutely whitewashed the field in the first two races, trying his bid at the Division 1 Championship, it just leaves you wondering who will be the first race winner in this Division 2 field tonight. It's left to be answered.
Well, just from, pardon me, just from the practice sessions I've been observing in the last hour or so, I'm going to just quietly, if I can, I don't know if this voids any rules or not, but I'm going to throw a cheeky tenner on Tim Durags to take out the podium tonight.
Ooh. I don't know whether there's any betting rings going on within the Sector 1 field, but, I mean, if somebody's willing to take you up on your $10, I mean, we've got how many people watching at the moment? One of the 23 people will be, I'm sure, will be interested in that bet.
And with being a sprint round, I've got 2 races for him to make it happen, so I've got double opportunities.
Yeah.
But speaking of opportunities, should we kick off qualifying and get that opportunity rolling?
I think that is an awesome idea, Carbon Boy. Let's click that big orange button.
Done and done.
Done and done.
Oh, it's been a while since I've done this. Just got to shake the rust off.
Yeah. As the pit lane about to go live, everyone lined up, ready and waiting. And qualifying is a go here at Dragon Trail Seaside. And it looks like the first few cars are now out on track. Karen Unleashed in the Deeds is the first driver out on the racetrack in the 37 car. Then we have Tim Durags just behind in the Kung Fu Racing car, but that is a very, very striking livery. Definitely.
As a little bit of an astronomy fan myself, I am a fan of that livery.
Yeah, very, very, very good livery.
I don't get the reference, but I'm sure CGK or one of the Kung Fu teammates might be able to fire into the YouTube chat and explain it for me.
Yeah, hopefully. Just behind Tim Durags on track, we do have Oz Pat Star once again in the dog car, the doghouse car, which we saw Petey Pops running last race in Division 4. We have the Lunacy behind, last season's runner-up, and currently runner-up. No, he was third place last season. He was second place most of the championship, but lost it in the final race of the season. But currently, as Karen's lost it in the bus stop. That is not the racing line, Karen. But
can confirm.
Yeah, so Lunacy currently second in the championship and looking to, well, he's even on points with the leader, Evil Evo. So peels into the pits there, Lunacy. Black Friday on his run down to the start-finish line, and see what livery he has on. Is it the same as Womble's? Yes, it is, in the red mist car there. We see Dadson in the Dadson car. Nice retro livery that the Dadson cars have on for this round. I do believe it is designed by the man himself that you are seeing at the moment on your screen, Dadson 44. He's been learning from the Mo Jalen Award winner last season of The Stranger. He's been getting a lot of pointers, and this is the first one that the big man's been happy with enough to put on the team cars and throw it out on track. And I must say, it is quite a striking livery, very, very colourful, and in that wonderful Dadson Bacchus Brewery gold and black colour that we love to see here in Sector 1. But brilliant job on the livery, Dadson, and yeah, looks great out on track, that's for sure. Fifth driver out on track is the Hooncorp car of Lineman, who raced here in Division 1 with two P11s, I do believe, in the top flight, and looking to set a good result here. Oh, into the wall. Oh, that's huge action. Lots of people have crashed at the bus stop. It was Dadson. It was, oh, there's lots of cars out. Oh my goodness, that is disaster.
There's a Black Friday there as well. There is, ooh, it is all a bit messy there.
Yeah.
As Tim Durags comes into the pits, he's got a little bit of front aero damage, and he's decided, you know what, now's a good time for a fresh set of racing softs. I have done that exactly 2 seconds before you mentioned it.
As Stickers currently with provisional pole position, a 30.9, which is, Stickers, he's almost lost it, but he keeps it out of the wall. Good on Stickers, cruising to P2. He'll be very, very happy with that. A very, very good lap from cruising there. Race fan slots himself into P5 after the first few laps.
Okay, so I've had some information come through the YouTube chat, courtesy of George Cook. The Kung Fu racing car livery was inspired by the Honda RA107 Formula 1 car, Earth Dreams, aka the Honda Earth car. They had no sponsors on the original car and was in the 2007 Formula 1 season.
very interesting.
Yes.
Oh!
Speaking of which, Tim DeRags has a big tank slapper moment going through the chicane. Thankfully, keeps it off the wall.
I don't know whether
out of
he
the way
did
of
keep it
everyone
off
else.
the wall.
Oh, he did. He
It
did.
was
It was very, very
to the
close,
wall.
but he
Yeah.
did keep it off. He's done well there. But I don't know if you mentioned it or not, but Stickers has just quietly dropped a 130.9, if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's a very, very solid lap for Stickers, and he's about to cross the line. He is down. But Karen improved on that last lap, a 131.580. That's still a while off the pole time, but P4 at the moment. Old Wakey slots himself into P2 there. Cruising to the top of the times. When was the last time we had a cruising pole position?
Checks notes. I have no idea.
Now, Cruisin has confided in me that he's never had a fastest lap in Sector 1 history. Oh, is he? Oh, how has he kept that one out of the wall? Oh my goodness. But he's confided in me that
That's
he's
a
never
fair bit of car control right there.
Yeah. He's never had a fastest lap in Sector 1 history. Does the same go for pole positions? I'm not too sure. But it would have to be Season 5 or Season 4. Maybe Season 4, I'm thinking. Maybe even earlier since we've had a cruising pole position. Maybe some person in the chat with a... and now we have the Black Rose, James Lee in chat, telling us the Black Rose liveries are tributes to Honda's F1 contributions too. Wakey is in a BAR tribute, and Lunacy in a Red Bull tribute of the white edition they ran at Turkey in 2021. So where is Lunacy? There he is. So yeah, there's definitely some resemblance there. So very nice livery, very, very striking. As Evil Evo goes to the top of the times there. Dadson goes pole. Oh my goodness. What a lap from Dadson. He'll be very chuffed with that. He hasn't had a pole position since Season 6 back in the S1 Supercars.
That is a very rapid time. A 130.5.
Absolutely. Dadson will be very happy with that if he can hold on to it for the remainder of the session. But wow, 3/10 over Evil Evo and a 10th back to Lunacy. Evil Evo's purple. And I think Dadson is as well. And he flashes to Lunacy to get out the way there. And he continues on up the hill through the Golf S's.
Now, while the mandatory tyre tonight is the racing mediums, it is worth noting that everybody at the moment in qualifying is using the racing soft compound.
Yeah. As this is looking back on the replay at the incident where we had 3 or 4 cars, there was people everywhere. And then another car fighted in there, that's Blind Man, and another car, there was 4 cars, 5 cars all involved in it. Oh dear, that's a nasty accident. As we jump back to the action in this qualifying
There is
session.
Tim DeRags, my man, with a 130.3, putting himself into pole position.
Evil Evo, 2000s!
Evil Evo goes...
Oh! How has he done that? This qualifying
Evil
session
Evo, will you
anyway.
let me finish my sentence?
As it's far from over, as we've still got another lap to go.
Just keeping an eye on Karen, who I was having a chat with during the earlier practice sessions. He was a bit confident about his pace earlier on, but I'm not sure how he's feeling right now. He's sitting in P11 at the moment. He is 2/10 up on his best time.
As we have a look at Black Friday, who's taken an adventure to the gravel trap at the second turn. I suspect he's flipped it, yes, on that inside curb at the first turn. So easy to do. I've seen so many people do that, and he waits for Stickers to go past before rejoining the circuit. Blind Man sets a quicker lap, which Blind Man's only set a lap time of a 2:14 or 2 minute flat. Why? What's he doing? What's Blind Man doing in this qualifying session? He hasn't had a single clean lap.
I'm not sure. I see a 136.3.
Oh my goodness, Dadson! Oh my goodness! What a lap from Dadson! Oh my goodness!
That is huge. 29.719. That is insane.
I think that would have been pole position for Div 1. I was just about to say, Tim Durags to pole, Karen Unleashed second, and then Dadson has just put 3/10 on the whole field. What has... How many wheatbecks did Dadson eat this morning?
Karen's probably got his earpiece in listening to comms because he just set a 130.049. And just keeping an eye on him and Tim Durags, who are very close to each other on the circuit.
Oh my
Coming up towards the chicane now. Karen's 2/10 up on his best time. If he nails his chicane, he could be on for a pole.
This is far from over, this ball. Oh, he's hit the wall!
Oh! Commentator's curse.
Etches his name into the Wall of Chumps. Karen Unleashes hit the wall, so this lap will be a write-off. Blind Man sets a lap which is only good enough for P11. And Dadson, he could still be on for another lap here, and even quicker lap.
Oh, Tim Durags with a 129.8.
800th shy. Will Dadson improve? He's looking good. Oh, so close. Dadson holds on to provisional pole. We've still got a few more cars to cross the line. No, that's it. That's all she wrote. That's a Dadson pole position. Have you ever seen anything like it? He'll be very, very chuffed with that one. Oh my goodness. What a lap. What a qualifying session. That was simply incredible. You love to see it. Oh, that could have gone any way at any point. Wowee.
That was huge. A 29.719 qualifying lap. Wow.
As we have a look at the provisional qualifying results for the Pro Plumbing Group Division 2, and Dadson takes pole position, the first in Division 2. He'll be very, very happy with that one, and he gets it by just a mere 800ths over Tim Durags. He will join Dadson on the front row of the grid in a moment's time. Karen Unleash is with Evil Evo on the second row of the grid. The Lunacy takes 5th with Stickers in 6th. The two championship leaders on equal points can only make it to the third row of the grid. Oh my goodness. Old Wakey takes 7th. Bumcrack in 8th. Race Fan 9th, Cruisin' 10th, we've got Black Friday in 11th, Blind Man could only muster 12th in the end there, and Oz Patstar will have to settle for a rear of grid start to race number 1. But wowee, the storylines that you've seen here, that qualifying session just was up and down in apps. Oh my goodness, the entire time. Like, nobody could have written that. I mean, I think in that qualifying session, we had at least 8 drivers sitting in provisional pole. Like, it was always up in the air. And then Dadson in the dying embers has claimed the pole position. Oh my god. I'm speechless after that.
I'd say there's going to be a very happy team owner in the Dadson garage right about now, but that's just qualifying. We've still got 2 20-minute sprint races to go, gents. So buckle up and brace yourselves, because if qualifying is anything to go by, I'd say the races are going to be just as spectacular.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness, I just need to get my breath back after that spectacular qualifying session. Holy moly. Yeah, but
right,
as I said...
Let me know when you've got your breath back, and I will kick it off for our viewers.
Yeah, I don't think there was a single point of that session where somebody held pole position for more than about a minute. Because you had Karen at the start who took provisional pole, then Cruisin' took it, Stickers took it at one point in there, you had Tim Durags, Evil Evo, Lunacy was up there at one point. Dadson comes home with the chocolates and takes the pole position. So, All right, let's get into it,
So-
Carbon Boy. Let's smash that big
Rightio.
orange button.
Let's do it. Enough of the musical chairs of qualifying. Let's get into the real stuff.
That's pretty much what it was. I think that's a bang-on description of what we just watched, Carbon Boy. Musical chairs.
Let's go. Cars are on the grid.
As the
lights are on.
begins. 4 lights, 5 lights. They are out and racing here at Dragon Trail Seaside. Dadson looks like he gets off to a good start over the rest of the field. And is he under a bit of pressure? No! Tim Durags fires it down the inside. He gets a brilliant run on the pole setter. They're 3-4 wide in the background. Do they keep it clean through the first turn? Dadson! Oh, he's lost the position. Tim Durags goes through. It's a little bit of argy-bargy. Oh, that's lunacy on the curb. But they've all kept it true. No, there's a huge action in the background. Who's lost it there? There's 2 cars.
Old Wakey had a little bit of a helping hand around through the first chicane, I believe. By the looks of it, Black Friday has let off the throttle to redress the situation.
As these guys come through the Castrol S's for the first time in this race. And Tim Durags holds the lead of the race over Dadson, who's under a world of pressure from... Oh! Lots of tyre squeals in the background. Somebody's facing backwards. Who's that? It's Black Friday. No, it's Patstar. Oh,
No,
dear.
it's Patstar. I think he ran just a little bit wide onto that outer ripple strip through that high-speed section, and the back end of the car said, I'm going to overtake
they're
the
too
front
wide
now.
through the bus stop. Dadson into the wall. Karen's checked up the whole field. He's under a lot of pressure from Evil Evo. And oh my goodness, they were too wide through the bus stop. Nobody wants to blink, but that means Tim Durags has got a 2-second lead over the rest of the field. They're 2-3 wide. Oh my goodness. Lunacy's up in a 4th. Evil Evo holds on to 3rd, and Dadson still holds on to P2 after their 2x2 through the bus stop with Karen. Karen overtakes Evil Evo with the inside. And into the first turn now. Under brakes, they're still too wide. Do they keep it clean? Oh my god, Stickers! He's gone through into 4th place. And he's stuck it up on the curb. Lost it to the wall. Oh my goodness. Huge action. They're scrambling everywhere. And Stickers down to 8th. He's been shuffled off the track and he's into the wall. Oh no.
Oh.
Disaster
I can
for
hear
Stickers.
the steward's pens clicking right there.
And he's off into the
That
wall
was
again.
a bit messy.
Oh my goodness. As all this means that Tim Durags has absolutely taken off into the distance. He's got 2 seconds to Dadson behind, who has a second over Evil Evo. But oh my goodness, this race has absolutely taken off. And they're 3 wide coming down into Momo now. And it looks like Kara's down the inside of Lunacy. And is that a bum crack in the green car? Yes, it is. I thought that was Stickers all along, but it wasn't, because they've switched colours for this race. But Karen up in a P4. He's lost the rear end and into the wall. Oh dear. And they're all scrambling around him. It has not been a good... Oh my god, they're 3-4 wide. Oh, this is just absolute disaster. Oh, it's the Cruiser's been punted by Bumcrack. No, that's Cruiser. No, Cruiser. No, who's that's gone?
Race fans lost it. Race fans lost it.
Oh my goodness.
Just a bit too happy on the accelerator. The rear end went, nah, not today.
And we're only 2 laps into the race. Oh my goodness.
Alright, catch your breath, Linosis.
Do not blink or scratch your eyes, as you're going to miss somebody dying. That's how this race is going so far. As we'll have a look at what happened to Stickers.
Oh, Karen's had a moment somewhere after the first chicane. He's back in P10, just getting going again.
As we have a look at Stickers, absolutely losing it on the curb there, and he's dropped to P8, and then he's gone off into the gravel trap there as well. So not ideal for Stickers in this race. He's up into P12 at the moment, but Tim Durags has completely taken off, and he's purple as well. Dadson currently with the fastest lap over the rest of the field, 31.499. Does he navigate Death Chicane? Yes, he does. Into the wall is Evil Evo. Potentially a bit of damage there on the doghouse car.
Nice little battle here in P8, P9 with Old Wakey and Black Friday.
Yeah,
running
absolutely.
fairly nose to tail coming into Red Bull. And you will note that I am actually attempting to use the corner names for this circuit.
Fastest lap for Old Wakey as well. Quick lap 31.3. As Jeesh in the chat has said it best, this track is absolutely brutal. So hard to get it right. You make one mistake and you're back to the back of the field. So, Karen finding out the hard way. So does Stickers. So far things have settled
Just riding
down.
on board. Riding on board Lunacy at the moment, who is slowly making ground on Mr. Bumcrack in P4. And worth noting that Lunacy was purple through that first sector as he sends it down the inside of, well, the Golf S's.
Yeah. As, yeah, Bumcrack, he started P12 or P11, I believe.
And Lunacy is nearly 4/10 purple coming into the bus stop chicane. Keeps it off the wall, keeps it quick. We could be seeing a 1:30 race lap here.
On mediums, I assume, which we'll get to that in a second, as I would assume they're all on mediums. Do we have a mix of tyres in the field, Carbon Boy?
Oh, should I tell you that now, or should I wait for the tyre and fuel update in a couple of laps? I'll tell you now. There you go. A 31.111 from Lunacy.
That's a lot of ones.
So, just having a quick look through the field. Everybody is on the same compound of tyre.
Okay.
And that compound of tyre happens to be the racing medium.
Yeah. Thank you, Carbon Boy.
Although they are in various stages of degradation.
Which, lap 5, I don't think we're too far away from a tyre and fuel update, but we have a lot of on-track action now. We see Blind Man ahead of Cruisin', with Old Wakey ahead of TTV Black Friday. These four are about to all go nose to tail. Oh! Hugh Jackson, Old Wakey's gone! Oh dear! That was monumental!
Ooh,
Got it caught up on the
that
curb.
has not gone well.
Oh dear. As we have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay, as they came through the Golf S's, well, right on board here with oh, missed it. Hang on, have we? Uh-oh.
I honestly don't know.
We'll try and get it back. Hang on. Okay, here we go once again, the Golf S's. And that's Blind Man. Then we have, there we go, Old Wakey. And as he came over the curb, oh, it was before the curb. He lost it before the curb. So he didn't even get it straightened up for the second part of the S's. And the car just fell out from underneath him, unfortunately. And he overcorrected and then got up, stuck
Get
up on that
yourself
curb.
back to P6, 7 and 8 as Cruisin'
Oh!
gets past Blind Man, who just checked himself up a little bit at the first chicane, which I believe is called Martini and Rosti. And that has let both Cruisin' and Black Friday through.
Cruisin' up into P6. He'll be very happy with this so far.
And in P3 and P4, Lunacy is not letting Evil Evo go easily.
Which Evil
These
Evo
two are
does
having-
get the better of him. But Lunacy looks for the switchback.
Whoa.
Are they going to go side by side through the bus stop? No.
Oh, they were side by side sideways coming out of the exit of
Yeah.
Momo. Just
Bum
allow me
Crack,
to check my notes there.
yeah, Bum Crack waiting in the wings. Any sort of action that happens between these two. Oh, he's got the run on Evil Evo. Is he going to fire it down the inside? No. Wisely sticks in behind there. Oh, but Evil Evo runs wide, looking for a late apex. Bum Crack. Oh, he just plants his car on the apex so that Evil Evo had to give him some racing room. That's a bit smart from Bum Crack there to compromise Evil Evo onto the front straight as they come through Castrol Curve. And does Bum Crack set it up? Yes, he does. Fires it down the inside, but can't quite get alongside enough. Evil Evo holds on to 4th place. Needs to set his eyes ahead for Lunacy.
Now, while everybody might be on the same compound of tyre, I've just had a look through our 13-car field tonight, and I have noticed that all but 4 of our drivers are running traction control tonight.
Who are the...
So there are 4 very brave individuals out there tonight, and I take my hat off to them. So I may as well name names, one of which is currently in P3, Lunacy. Another is Cruise. No, not using traction control.
Oh, so there's 10
There is
people
4
using
drivers, 9 using traction control.
Oh my, okay. That's very, very interesting.
So Cruisin' is also another brave soul not using it. Neither is Blind Man directly behind him in P8. And not far behind is Old Wakey in P10, who is also not using traction control.
Yeah, that's very interesting. You would think that the majority of the field would be using wouldn't be using traction control. But yeah, that's quite interesting to see that many of the drivers using the A. I mean, it's not illegal to use, but I feel like a lot of drivers, especially at the upper levels, they get a bit more control out of the car without TC on. So yeah, definitely is very, very interesting to see so many of the drivers using
I
the
wonder if traction control is being used tonight just to help the lifespan of those rear tyres, because looking through all the cars, the rear tyres on this track are copping an absolute pounding compared to the fronts.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, we're on lap 8. Should we get into a fuel and tyre update before our leader possibly pits?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Old Wakey has just gone purple, by the way, but tyre and fuel update sounds like a good idea. There's not long left in this one.
Rightio, we've got Tinder Rags in P1. He's sitting on about 60% fuel with his front tyres looking very healthy at about 15% wear as he gets dangerously close to that wall. His rear tyres, on the other hand, are not so healthy. They are probably close to 40% worn. Dadson in P2, identical fuel, fairly identical tyre wear on the rears, but on the fronts he's just using them that little bit more. He's probably at about 20% worn. Evil Evo is pretty much identical, although he's used a little bit more fuel than Dadson in front of him, say about 4 or 5% more. Into P4, Lunacy is absolutely hammering those tyres. His front tyres are probably about 40% worn, and his rears are getting dangerously close to 50% gone. As he just gets a little bit loose there coming out of Rossi. Into P5, right on his rear bumper is Mr. Bumcrack. He's just above half a tank of fuel. His front tyres are on about 20% wear. Rear tyres getting probably around the 45% mark. Black Friday, pretty much identical to Bumcrack there. Cruisin', again, fairly identical. Maybe a little bit more wear on the front tyres. Just maybe struggling to get that NSX to have the turn in that he really wants. Blind Man, who is right behind Cruisin', also again fairly identical. Old Wakey, who has not had the greatest of races tonight, but he does have a second race tonight to try and make up a little bit of the lost ground. He's bang on half a tank of fuel, 50% wear on those rear tyres, maybe about 30% on the fronts.
Into the wall is Karen.
Just clipping the wall there as he was following in the slipstream of Old Wakey there is Karen. He's just gone past 50% wear on those rear tyres. He's really making them work. He's bang on half a tank of fuel with about 25% wear on the fronts. Stickers, who has also not had the greatest of nights so far tonight, is soldiering on, bang on half a tank of fuel, has a little bit of front aero damage. I'm not sure where that's come from. Going by the front left wheel damage, I would say the Wall of Chumps has had another name engraved in it, but we'll wait for after the race to find that out for certain. P12 is Patstar, just under half a tank of fuel. He's about 40% wear on the front tyres, probably about 60% on that rear left. It's not having a good time right now. And then at the rear of the field is a race fan who is doing a little bit better for fuel and fairly identical to Patstar on tyres.
Lots of witness marks on the front of that CP red NSX. So yeah, it tells a story. It does for a race fan. Thank you, Carbon Boy.
You're almost welcome.
As Tim Durags.
Tim Durags.
Yeah.
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 looks like my cheeky tenor is rather safe so far. Insert commentator's curse here.
I don't know. I didn't see anybody take you up on your wager, so.
Well, he's sitting in pole position in this race so far. He's also got the current fastest lap with a 1:31.002 on a medium tyre, which, if my notes are correct, that is very, very quick.
Yes. I think as well, the wind is sort of in a not a most favourable direction, sort of giving him a tailwind down into Red Bull there. And that really messes you up coming through the bus stop as it unsettles the rear unnecessarily. I think that's why we've seen so many die through the Wall of Chumps as opposed to the Div 4 race where the wind was reversed, meaning the Div 4 guys had it a little bit easier, which, I mean, we can cut the Div 4 guys a bit of slack every now and then, can't we?
Of course we can.
As the battle here is over.
Lunacy and Bumcrack. Yeah, you're watching the same battle I am?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, I'll let you keep an eye on that. I will have a bit of a scour back through the field, and I'll just keep my eye on Cruisin' in P8, who was right on the rear bumper of Blind Man in P7. Just got that little bit sideways out of... Oh, I'm going to have to check my notes here again. Out of Momo.
Yeah.
It's all right, I'll remember these corner names one day. As Blind Man sends it down the inside of Black Friday, a little bit of a touch at Red Bull. I'm not sure how that's going to sit.
He should be able to get a run good enough to... Oh, no, he's still losing 2 minutes, so... He's not going to be able to return to centre into the first turn here, Black Friday.
No, Black Friday was carrying front aero and front wheel damage, which has cleared now. But I'd say there's another inscription on the Wall of Chumps based on the timing of that damage.
Yeah. So we'll have a look at the replay. Oh, no, actually we're not going to have a look at the replay because he's throwing it down the inside. An absolute hammer at Blind Man.
That is a beautiful move.
It left
that
him
was
vulnerable,
fantastic at Motorcraft.
As they head down towards the Golf S's. And it looks like
Blind
Black
Man
Friday is
did choose to get out of that quite early. Just let Black Friday have the entrance.
As these two still scrapping away, they don't want to give an egg because there's only 1 lap remaining here.
They don't want to get too cute though, because not that far behind is both Cruisin' and Karen, who will quite happily pick up any pieces that are left laying around if anything happens.
Oh! Black Fridays! Oh!
He's gone. He almost held that too. That was almost brilliant.
Disaster.
Oh, there's a bit of a touch with Cruisin' and Blind Man into Red Bull. Cruisin's just lifted off the throttle to let Blind Man back through. Fantastic sportsmanship. Love to see it.
Could have another go into the first turn here. Just 2 tenths the gap, and he shows the nose, backs out wisely. This, judging by the timing screens, this should be the final lap for these guys, but the front guys, they might get another lap in. Tim Durags.
Old Wakey's found his way into P8. Karen was carrying some damage across the start-finish line, so I think he may have had a moment in that Black Friday incident in the bus stop.
As we'll have a look
because he
board
was
with Black Friday as he came through the bus stop. We'll see what happens. As yeah, it's that curb. It's flipped up the rear end, and he almost saved it, and then unfortunately ending up in the wall. As he spun again.
Black Friday's gone again.
Oh.
He's just ran wide in the Golf S's. Once you're off that ripple strip, there's not a lot you can do. Those rear tyres are not very happy with him either. They're probably about 80% worn. But this battle between Lunacy and Bumcrack for P4 and P5, oh no, it's final lap.
Oh, it's Dadson's
over
finished.
for now.
And Evil Evo's finished third. Lunacy finishes, Bumcrack 5th place, and it will be Blind Man in 6th, Cruising 7th, Old Wakey 8th, Stickers will come home in 9th, and we see Karen 10th, and Black Friday, who was on for a P6, will have to settle for P11 in race number 1. Race fan, rounds final.
Bit of a shame nobody took me up on my little wager.
Yeah.
Because Tim Durags is getting a look at me lap. He's all on his lonesome.
Well, he's got Pat Star for the next few seconds, but then we'll have all eyes on to Tim Durags. And he does get the fastest lap as well. Through the... Oh! He's almost lost it through the bus stop.
Oh, don't do that, mate. Don't do that.
As he approaches Red Bull for the final time in race number 1, gets the 14th lap. Brilliant race for Tim Durags. And he'll come home to take P1 for Kung Fu Racing. That is their first win as a team, I do believe.
I think you may be right, and I think there will be a very happy CGK team owner in the YouTube chat right about now, going off like a frog in a sock.
Okay.
Wow. And that's race 1.
Yeah, we've still got another 20 minutes left to race. As we have a look at the official race results for race number 1, we see Tim Durags in P1 with the fastest lap. Started P2, but he'll come home in P1. Dadson takes 2nd, strong showing for the black and gold. Evil Evo completes the sprint podium. The Lunacy takes 4th, Bumcrack is in 5th, Blind Man takes 6th, Cruisin' will have 7th, Wakey with honours of 8th, 9th is Stickers, 10th goes to Karen, 11th is Black Friday, who had that spin on the second last lap, unfortunately. Race Fan takes 12th, and Ozpat Star will come home in 13th. So it's not all doom and gloom, as we do have another 20 minutes left to go to let these guys go at it. And oh my goodness, there was so much action that we couldn't dare to keep up with in that race number 1. So we'll have a look in race number 2 once we've got everything sorted grid-wise. And how far do you reckon we are until we... Oh, we haven't even started sorting the grid. So we'll go for a quick intermission there. And we'll be right back with race number 2 for Division 2. The Pro Plumbing Group Division 2. So we'll be right back with an intermission. Bye, guys.
Sick.
Hello everybody, we are back and the grid is sorted. We had one driver who decided to go for a coffee break in between the races, not naming names, but the driver knows who they are. But we've got the grid sorted and I think we're ready to go, aren't we, Carbon Boy?
I like to think so. So in P1 we have Tim Durags, P2 in Dadson, P3 Evil Evo, P4 Lunacy, P5 Buckrack, P6 A Blind Man, P7 Cruisin', P8 Old Wakey, checks notes, P9 Stickers, P10 Someone Who Decided to Leave the Room, P11 Black Friday, P12 a Race Fan, and bringing up the rear of the field, P13 Patstar. So let's get this show on the road.
Here we go. Very excited for race number 2. If race 1 is anything to go by, that's for sure.
I hope we see a little less mayhem and more on-track battling.
Yeah. That's the dream.
Also, another cheeky tenner on Tim Durags for a podium, if anyone wants to take me on that.
As the light sequence begins, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Out and racing for the 8th and final time here at Dragon Trail Seaside for round 3 of Season 8 as they barrel down towards Castrol Curve, and it's a brilliant start from Tim Durags. They're 2-3 wide in the background. Do they keep it safe and sound for this time around? They're 2 wide, or a little bit of push and shove, but everyone seems to be getting through cleanly. Yes, they do. No spinners this time round. So they head down towards Martini and into Rossi now. No late breakers from what I can see. And everybody manages
I had to hold my breath a little bit. I had to hold my breath a little bit through the first couple of corners, but there was a bit of bumping and grinding going on, but everybody still pointed in the right direction. So as a race director, that makes me very, very happy.
Yeah, so Evil Evo's got the better of Dadson at the start of this race, and he can set his sights for Tim Durags, which he fires it down the inside. No. Oh, he thought about it. But Dadson has to defend from Lunacy here, who Lunacy is giving Dadson a bit of a push of a shove. Hurry along as he holds onto the podium place on lap 1 here. Do they all make it through the bus stop this time round? I think so, potentially. It looks like they do. Everybody's through cleanly. Oh, we've lost somebody. Somebody down the back.
There has been a bit of an incident for Race Fan, I presume through the S's, judging by the rear aero damage he was carrying on that car until just then. I think he may have had a bit of a moment and just lost it, but cannot confirm.
Dadson in a fight with Lunacy, but Stickers giving Dadson the slipstream push to edge him in front into the first turn here. Dadson holds onto the podium place. Stickers go. Oh! That's Tim Durags! Oh, he's lost it! Oh no! Disaster for Kung Fu Racing! Oh no! You hate to see it! Oh no! Evil Evo inherits the lead. Doghouse lead a race once again. Dadson gets promoted to P2 and Stickers holds on to P3 as it stands. But he's under a lot of pressure from Lunacy, who's pushing him up the hill as they come through the Castrol, the golf curves, I should say, S's. And into, Stickers fires it down the inside of Dadson. Can he get it pulled up? Can't quite pull alongside enough. Dadson will get the drive out of the corner and will hold on to his P2 at the moment. But now that means that Evil Evo has the clean air to get away.
Black Friday and Bumcrack are going nose to tail through the bus stop, with Black Friday wisely deciding to get off throttle a little bit. Just wanting to avoid that dirty aero wash.
Karen sticks one on Lunacy and up into P4. He can push ahead now. The Stickers has the run on Dadson, but Dadson has slipstream. So Stickers peels to the inside. Stickers sets the fastest lap of the race at 31.8. And Dadson able to hold true because Stickers did not have the slipstream. Fires it down the inside. No, just thinks about it. That's moving under brakes. Karen had nowhere to go. Almost ran at the back end Stickers there. But everyone continues on. Fine, these top 6 or 7, they're still going at it. They're bumping a tail. Absolutely incredible racing. And Dadson sets his sights for Evil Evo. Stickers now has to look behind. He has a lot of pressure from Karen behind. Made a little bit of a mistake on the curb at turn 3. So they head on up towards the run to Rossi. But for now, Dadson, he's made a bit of a mistake there. He's lost a lot of ground to Evil Evo up front through the Golf S's. And as they head down towards Momo, no moves being made, all single file. Oh, Dadson! Oh no! Karen threw it down the inside of Stickers at the last moment. How has he pulled that one off? Incredible stuff from Karen Unleashed, and now he's in the podium place. Stickers under a lot of pressure from Lunacy, who in turn is under a lot of pressure from Black Friday. I think... yeah, we'll go for it. We'll go for the replay. Back to what happened to Tim Durags, which he is currently down in P11 now, so very, very unfortunate. We'll see what happened out of the lead of the race went Tim Durags. And how's he done it? Oh, inside curb. We've seen it happen to so many tonight. Inside of that curb at the first turn. And it's so easy
Lunacy
to do.
and Stickers side by side into... oh, Stickers just closes the door very firmly.
As Stickers is fighting like a bear right now to try and stay in front of these guys, defending for his life. And there we go. We see Black Friday firing it down the inside of Lunacy. Can he get it done? They're side by side as they head down towards the Golf S's. But I think Black Friday's going to have to concede the position. Lunacy keeps the nose in and holds that position for now. P5 for Lunacy. They head through the S's, over the crest and down towards Momo now. So we see Dadson closing up the gap to Evil Evo, 5/10 at the moment. Karen Unleashed, he's got a bit of a gap to Stickers at the moment, 8/10 it is, but Stickers has to look behind. So he has a lot of pressure from the two behind in Lunacy and Black Friday. Before we know it, Bumcrack in P7 is getting involved in this battle as well. Oz Patstar isn't too far behind either in P8.
Oh, Stickers has tagged the wall and checked up Lunacy. Oh!
But it looks like Black Friday is going to be able to go through. We'll see Bumcrack down the inside of Lunacy. As we'll try and catch on a replay what just happened there. Coming into the S's as, oh yeah, Stickers clips the wall. And then, yeah, Lunacy got checked up a little bit and he gets put down the order.
I've just been riding on board with Lunacy for the last 3/4 of a lap or so, and he's one of the brave souls who is not running traction control in this race. And I've got to say, I've been watching his throttle inputs, and they are fascinating to watch. Like, just the amount of...
Karen's in the wall! Oh no! That's disaster for the Deeds entry! Oh! Coming through Martini, it looks like he's lost it on the curb and into the inside wall for Karen Unleashed. Sorry to interrupt you there, Carbon Boy.
That's fine, that's fine.
So we have a look on the replay to see what exactly happened. As, oh, he tried to go side by side with Dadson. Got it caught up on the curb. The rear end spun round and, oh. You can't go side by side through Rossi. That's something that these drivers would have learnt through race 1. As he's side by side with Blind Man now. Neither of them going to concede. No, Blind Man does concede wisely. But now that means that Dadson, he's lost the slipstream to Evil Evo. That could mean disaster for his P1 hopes. So what were you saying about Lunacy there, Car Boy?
I was just commending him on absolutely fantastic throttle control. I've been watching his throttle inputs, and because he's not running traction control, he's doing all the work himself, like just going from 60 to 80% throttle to full throttle, then back to 80% just so rapidly. It's actually incredible to watch. Like, hats off to him. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, as we've seen, Oz Patstar fires it into the wall, and he's another taker on those aggressive curbs at that second turn. So disastrous for Oz Patstar there as he drops to the rear of the field. We'll have a look on the replay. We're right on board as well, just to see what's happened. And just losing it with the dirty air, understeer, over that curb, flip comes around the rear end, and oh well, that's all she wrote for Patstar. I mean, yeah, Patstar, unfortunately.
Now, I've kept an eye on the deltas between Dadson and Evil Evo, and also Black Friday back in P3. Now, the gap...
Dadson into the wall! Oh dear! And oh! Stickers has lost it as well, and also into the wall! Oh my goodness! And Lunacy goes through on Stickers. And
that just renders what I was about to say completely null and void. So continue on as you were.
There's 4 cars bumper to bumper coming through Red Bull on the run down to Castrol Curve. As let's see how this shapes up. As Bumcrack's down to 8 here, Stickers drops to 4th, and we see Tim Durags is back in the mix here. Durags is up into P7. How's he done this? 6 seconds off the lead.
And Mr. Bumcrack is just lurking there. He's a very smart operator. He's not going to go charging headlong into a fray. He's just going to sit back and watch that and go, I know exactly what will happen here if these 3 go at it, and I will just try and avoid the sideways car when it does happen. He can't get too cute though, because he's got Karen right behind him as well. He does get a little bit sideways through the S's. But these 3 here in P5, 6 and 7, not to mention P8, sorry, these 4, these are the guys to watch, I think, at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. Things starting to spread out just a tad, but everyone keeps it out of the wall. Very good stuff. Yeah, there's definitely 5 cars in this battle pack, and we see Karen getting back into the mix of things as well. Fires it down the inside of Bumcrack, gets that move done. I think Bumcrack had a poor exit out of the bus stop, but Karen gets the car turned in on the power. He's hunting down Tim Durags, who in turn is hunting down Old Wakey. And I think Tim might have enough guts. A good exit on Old Wakey.
Karen goes purple.
Oh, wow, what a lap from Karen.
Karen goes purple.
As Tim
Where
Durags,
did that come from?
Oh, thinks about the move, but has to break early as we see Old Wakey going toe-to-toe with Lunacy, the Black Rose teammates. And Tim Durags gets boxed up, nowhere to go. Karen barely holds onto it in the background there, manages to keep the car pointing in the right direction. But as it stands, Old Wakey still in her hunt for P5 from his teammate Lunacy. I would imagine these guys will be in a party chat together. Maybe some team orders involved with Superfly getting on the comms and saying, settle down. Maybe it's like Ferrari last year at Monza. With the race engineer getting on and saying, no risk, no risk. But you know what happened? There was a lot of risk involved, and the same thing could happen between the 2 Black Rose teammates, but not if Tim Durags has something to say to it, as he fires it down the inside of Momo. And into P6, gets the better of Old Wakey there. These guys still nose to tail. Tim Durags.
Karen just got caught a little bit, got caught out just a little bit there.
Oh, Tim Durags in the wall. Oh, there's a huge contact. Oh, no.
Oh, there's damage to Karen. There's damage to Tim Durags. Lunacy has somehow avoided damage there.
Well, he was leading the charge. It was Tim Durags that understeered into the wall.
That'll do it. That'll be exactly why he's free of damage.
Yeah. So we have a look. Oh, no, we won't have a look on the replay because we've got 2 by 2. So they head down into the first turn. Karen gets the better of Tim Durags, the crippled Kung Fu racing car. Tim Durags manages to hold on to the position there. Karen up into P7. And Old Wakey demoted down to P8. Bumcrack just holding onto the back of this pack as well. Just lurking in case anything happens. Which on the last lap we saw it does happen, and it can happen.
Just checking up back at the front, Evil Evo has checked out to the tune of 2.9 seconds to Black Friday, who's currently sitting in P2. just 7/10 ahead of Dadson, so he's not exactly home and safe yet, if Dadson has anything to say about it. They're fairly equal on fuel and tyres, so it's all on for young and old still.
Yeah, absolutely. As things are still going off in this middle battle pack, as Lunacy's taken off a little bit, but we've got Karen. I mean, not Lunacy, Tim the Rags has taken off a little bit. We've still got Karen, Old Wakey, and Bumcrack waiting in the wings. And is that Blind Man who's come to join the party? Yes, it is. Going to make it another 5-car pack here. Through Red Bull now comes Old Wakey.
Oh, Dadson's got the run on. Dadson's got the run on Black Friday down the main straight.
He does too.
Black Friday just got checked up a little in the Wall of Chumps. No damage, but did slow him up a little bit.
Can Dadson get it done? He's side by side, a little bit of contact, but he redresses the position. That's wise from Dadson. Did come in a bit hot, but that leaves him vulnerable from Stickers.
Straight back into it.
Oh, a little bit of contact between those two. Stickers slots in behind. Smart stuff. Turned in for
Still got a couple of
Rossi.
laps to go, boys. Play it smart, play it smart.
Over the crest. Oh, this yellow flag. Somebody spun. Who's that? I think it was Race Fan? No, Blind Man. Or was it Blind Man? No, somebody's still down there.
Tim Durags.
Oh,
Tim Durags.
No. Gone from bad to worse for Tim Durags. This is disaster. As we catch the tail end of that, suspect there may have been somebody else involved there. Didn't look like it was done on his own. But unfortunately, that's the end of any good result for Tim Durags in tonight's race. Leave Levo with a 4-second gap.
Dadson all over the shop.
No,
Stickers
Oh
gets
my
taken
God.
out. Oh, that has all gone pear-shaped very quickly. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Right on board the bonnet of
Oh! Oh! Tim Durags has clipped Stickers as he was trying to get out of the way. There's not a lot of room to get out of the way in that section of track, unfortunately. Oh, that's all gone very not round.
As Stickers devoted to the back.
Oh, Karen's gone! Karen's gone!
No.
After the first chicane, which the name escapes me, Rossi, that's the one.
We'll have a look on the replay. I suspect it was that inside curve again. No, it was the outside curve. As it comes through on the exit and drop the wheel, rear end comes straight round. We see it so often at the exit of turn 2.
So Evil Evo currently sitting in a very comfortable P1, 3.6 seconds ahead of Black Friday, who is 1.4 seconds up on Dadson in
somebody's
P3.
It's Karen again. He's parked. He's having real difficulty trying to get out of the gravel track. I don't know. We'll have a look on the replay, see what's happened there for Karen. As he came through, he's got some rear spoiler damage. But oh, he lost the rear end. Oh my goodness, he's lost that way so early. Oh my goodness, he lost it through the second part of the Golf S's. Not even the third.
He's now carrying front aero and front wheel damage. That's probably going to hit the confidence levels a little bit too.
As Karen down to P12. So many big hitters in this race eliminated by the harsh reality that is this circuit.
So a cracking little battle though still raging on is P4 Lunacy, P5 Old Wakey. These two are not letting go of each other.
The Black Rose teammates still going out at hammer and tong, and we see a switching of the drivers. A little bit of team orders here. So Old Wakey goes through.
I swear there might have been a bit of a lift-off there on the exit from Lunacy, but no, I could be wrong.
Yeah, he definitely pulled to the inside, and now we see Old Wakey in front. Whether that was a lift-off or he just lost the rear and Old Wakey slipped on through, it definitely looked very team orders involved here. I don't think that makes sense, but I think you guys got what I was trying to say.
I don't think involved is a word, just quietly.
1 lap left to go in this race. So the question is, will they switch back at the checkered flag? After all, Lunacy is in a title fight, while Old Wakey's a little down the order. So whether it comes to it that they might switch back at the end of the race, we'll have to wait and see. 1 lap left to go for these guys. Evil Evo, he might get another lap.
They don't want to get too cute though, because they do have a bum crack just 7/10 behind Lunacy. So, you know, if they're going to do their thing, that's fine. But they do need to keep an eye out of what's going on around them, because Mr. Bumcrack's not in their team, so he doesn't care what they do. He just wants a position.
Yeah, exactly. Lunacy dropped the wheel off that curb, and as someone not using traction control, I've seen so many people where the rear end just comes round, but Lunacy very lucky that the rear end didn't come round on him, man. A lot of scrubbing of the tyres, lots of tyre spins. As we see a massive battle pack forming here with these three. We see Pat Star, Cruisin' and Tinder Rags. So they're still battling on the final lap here, so they're still throwing hammers at one another, trying to see if one sticks. But Evil Evo with 2 seconds to the good over Black Friday, who has 1.7 over Dadson. I think, barring any mistake, that's how it's going to finish. As Old Wakey has a
I think you might be right.
As Evil Evo rounds the final corner, and as they progress to the start-finish line, he'll take his first win of the season with Black Friday in P2, with Dadson completing the podium. Old Wakey will let Lunacy through. No, he didn't! It was 14 thousandths! Oh dear! Blindman finishes 7th, Race Fan 8th. Pat Star and Cruisin' still going at it till the checkered flag. We see Cruisin'. Oh, he's punted him! Oh, as there goes old Pat Star. That will come with a massive invoice from the stewards. But Cruisin', he's going to wait for. I think everyone's trying to redress to Pat Star actually. So yeah, so Pat Star finishes 9th, and Drags will finish 10th, and Cruisin' will finish 11th. With Karen in 12th, who sets the fastest lap, mind you, so he'll take an extra point.
Wow. Casually sets a 29.9 on the absolute last lap of the race.
Yeah.
What the?
I suspect he took a pit stop for some softs, eh?
Honestly, I don't know, but YouTube, everyone watching, get in with your nominations for Driver of the Day, because I've already got mine locked and loaded and ready to go.
As we have a look at the provisional results for race number 2 here at Dragon Trail Seaside, we see Evil Evo taking P1, Doghouse's first win of the season, and Evil Evo's first win since, it would be season 6, Evil Evo's last win, I believe. And then Black Friday finishes P2, and Dadson, I think it's his first podium in Div 2, unless he got one last week. Am I mistaken? Lots of firsts this week, that's for sure. And we see Old Wakey 4th, Lunacy 5th. Yeah, I think Old Wakey was trying to redress to Lunacy after Lunacy let him through, but it didn't quite work out for them. Bumcrack finishes 6th, the Blind Man 7th, Race Fan 8th, Pat Star 9th, Tim Drags 10th, Cruisin' 11th, Karen 12th, with the fastest lap, by the way, at 29.9, and Stickers will complete the running for round 3 of Division 2. The Pro Plumbing Group Division 2 race has been completed. So yeah, I think a couple of people firing in chat already. Their driver of the days. Who's your driver of the day, Carbon Boy?
My driver of the day is, well, Mr. Consistent, Dadson. P2, P3.
Very, very.
Can't really get much better than that. Just stayed out of trouble, got the good results, racked up the points. For me, yeah, I'd call that a very solid round. Podium
Yeah.
in both races, certainly nothing to complain about.
Which Dadson has fighting Chad. It's his first podium in Div 2, so there's the confirmation. He'll be very, very happy with that. It's a long time coming. He's showed the potential. Of course, his username in YouTube, The Prospector, he's got that from back in the days when he was in Div 3. The Division 2 Prospect is what we called him. And he was digging for gold, and he found gold tonight. Well, bronze, actually, but it's gold for Dadson. That's all that matters. Great drive from Dadson. I think it's either got to go to Dadson or Black Friday, because Black Friday, he started second last and he finished second. So what a drive from Black Friday through the field. So yeah, to shake things up, you've gone Dadson. Dadson's drive definitely worthy of driver of the day. But I think Black Friday's drive needs to have the recognition as well. So mine's going to go to Black Friday. We see a couple in chat as well. We see driver of the day, Black Friday, driver of the day, Black Friday, driver of the day, Black Friday, driver of the day, Karen, driver of the day, Black Friday, driver of the day, Black Friday, Evil Evo, Dadson, Womble, of course, Ollie Behrman, driver of the day. If we could get Ollie Behrman in S1, we would be doing pretty alright, I reckon. But unfortunately, he's not here. Too busy racing Ferraris. We see Evil Evo, driver of the day, Dadson, driver of the day, Black Friday, driver of the day. Yeah, so
I'd just like to make a mention that Womble, you can't nominate yourself for driver of the day twice.
Womble can do whatever Womble wants, Garden Boy.
Well, he
In
can,
regards,
but he's also going to be enthusiastically ignored after the first time. So I think it's a bit of a tie between Dadson and Black Friday for driver of the day.
Yeah, we'll have to get somebody to go through and count up the official numbers, but I have a feeling
Alright,
Black
so
Friday's got a couple over the top.
there's one for Black Friday, one for Dadson. Another one for Dadson, another one for Dadson, another one for Black Friday, another one for Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday, Black Friday. I think Black Friday takes it with 6 votes that I can count so far.
All right. So that's everything we have for tonight. If you haven't already, smash the like button. We're currently sitting on 22 likes. There's 31 people viewing, so surely we at least get 31. That would make a bit of sense. But yeah, thanks for showing up, everybody. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. If you don't know what's going on, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, there's a bit of an inside joke about garlic chocolate from way back. But I'm going to be eating garlic chocolate once we get to 1,000 subscribers. Some may say
damn
it's
right you will be. It's not a joke. It's happening.
So yeah, if you want to contribute and see what happens when I get to when we get to 1,000 subscribers, then yeah. So thanks for everybody for rocking up today. Thanks to Carbon Boy for race directing. We wouldn't be able to do it with Guru and Carbon Boy and all the other great race directors that we have here at Sector 1. They put on the show and they make sure that everything runs smoothly. And of course, the drivers and teams, we wouldn't be able to do it with any of you guys. So thanks for rocking up. Another successful weekend, which I don't think any issues. We had one red flag, but for the most part, we're all on schedule. So we're right around where, yeah, 2 hours 50. That's pretty much on time.
And on that note, we should probably head off, shouldn't we?
Yeah, well, usually at this time is where we see the numbers sort of drop off a little bit, but there's still 32 people here, so there's at least 2/3 of the people watching who want to still listen to our...
Surely there's not 32 people out there who just want to listen to yourself and me ramble on.
Yeah.
Surely.
Well, the fact that they haven't clicked away says otherwise, so...
So this one time at band camp, and on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. I am signing out.
That's Lenosis, Carbon Boy, and Gur signing out for round 3, season 8, Group B here at Dragon Trail. Join us next Sunday for Group A at Interlagos, where we'll have lots of thrills and spills once again. So you love to see it. We'll catch you guys. Bye bye.